A man pretended to be blind to avoid military service. Then the officer suddenly showed a hot girl, so the man's lie was immediately exposed, and the man was forced to go to the front line. So, he decided to shoot through his palm, armed to escape military service. Keyes pointed the gun at his palm and was about to fire and was too scared to pull the trigger. Next, Leon snatched the rifle, pointed the muzzle at his right foot, but he didn't have the courage to fire either. They accidentally pulled the trigger, hitting the sergeant in the buttocks. The sergeant was extremely angry, so the two were severely punished and assigned to be machine gunners. The Germans suddenly launched a bombing, and the two ran away at full speed. The captain ordered a retreat, giving the two an excuse to escape. But the sergeant didn't agree to the retreat, and the captain wouldn't obey the sergeant. Then the captain was hit by a shell and died, and the sergeant took over the command, ordering the soldiers to defend the position to the death. However, the sergeant was blown to ashes, and the two took the opportunity to escape from the position. The Germans were hot on their heels, so the two had to get into a toilet and then hid in a civilian's house. An old woman stood up and scolded the two for being cowards. When the Germans were about to search the house, the old woman had to hide the two in a wardrobe. When the Germans broke into the house, the soldier imitated a cat's meow, but the cats and dogs were sitting quietly beside them, so the two were exposed and caught by the Germans. Then there was a gunshot as the old woman shot and killed two German soldiers. She told the two to put on the German uniforms, and they escaped by tricking the Germans. They rode a side-car motorcycle at full speed and escaped to a small town not far away. They wanted to have a good rest in a tavern and met 4 British deserters. Leon decided to use the same trick again, ordering the British deserters to take off their uniforms. They pretended to be British soldiers and tried to escape to Britain, but they were discovered by the Germans. Leon started singing and dancing to please the Germans, and the French soldiers got more excited, but the Germans didn't buy it, and the two were captured and sent to a concentration camp, where they were forced to do laundry for the Germans. Leon had a sudden inspiration, and he led the captured colonial prisoners to change into German uniforms and successfully escape from the concentration camp. They reached Britain, which hadn't fallen yet, but they were conscripted by the British Army and sent back to Normandy in France, where they died in the beach landing battle.